Hello and welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like button right now. Hit that like button before we go any further. Great way of supporting the platform. Retweet if you're watching on Twitter. And please, if you're here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And next to it, you see a little bell. Hit the bell notification button so you know when we go live with new content. We're here. We're talking Jadon Sancho. There is a further report in the media today that Manchester United have agreed a fee of £85 million to bring the Englishman from Dortmund, Germany, back to Manchester in the UK to play in the Premier League next season. We're going to delve into that. We want to know your thoughts and feelings on the validity of the reported price. Aside from that, what's also important for us to talk about is, does it represent value? Does that represent value in the market, in your opinion? And your opinions count more than anything else. You're fans of football. Football fans are the most important element of the game. So I want your views. I want your opinions. It isn't just about, let's hear from a pundit. Let's hear from an ex-player. Let's hear from an old manager. Let's hear from a journalist. Let's hear from you, the fans. This is your platform. You have a voice for you to speak about these football-related matters. And if you have any other questions you want to ask of me, maybe we can bring up some stories in relation to some other transfer rumors that are going on or anything in the football spectrum. Feel free to leave your comments below. Of course, members, if you want to become a member, just click the join button now. Your comments will all be read out as best we can. And of course, super chats take the priority here. As always, they always do. They always do take priority. In terms of this story, let's go through what was actually being said here. Read the report in the Evening Standard. I'm just going to scroll down to it now here. He says that Manchester United will agree a fee of around £85 million for Sancho. United won't want to break their £89 million transfer record this term, but reports claim that Dortmund will use the £80 million fee paid for Harry Maguire as leverage as they get the biggest fee possible. Numerous articles today have suggested that Sancho, with his goals and assists, has an added premium. So perhaps we are looking a fee of around £95 million. That is likely to get Dortmund to enter into an agreement. So for me, again, I look at all this stuff and I think it's funny. I got linked to a Twitter conversation today. So a guy called Simon, nice guy. Cool. Kept tweeting me for weeks about how City were going to come in for Sancho, and he talked to somebody on the inside of the deal about the fact that Sancho's going to go Man City, may not won't get out. And I kind of called him out on it and sort of said, like, yeah, I disagree. I don't think City are going in for him at all. Today, and then he started talking about, well, if United don't pay the money for him, they won't get him. And I'm like, and today this guy's out there on social saying that, yeah, he was absolutely spot on because another journalist has said that if Man United don't pay the asking price, they won't get him, or the agreed price, they won't get him. I mean, it's one of the most obvious comments you could ever come out with in your life. Think about it logically. If you don't pay the agreed fee, the signing won't happen. I mean, we could all pretty much make that claim and be like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So it's obvious. United are going to have to pay the agreed fee. They're getting closer to it. And like I've said all along, there was this nonsense about 50 mil and there was this nonsense about 130 mil. There was always going to be a happy medium. And I've always said between 80 and 100 million pounds will be that fee. I'm getting more and more drawn to 85 to 90. And that for me represents really, really good valuation in the market. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Let's read what some of you are saying here. Terry looks rattled. I like it. I like it. That's you know what? You get a little round of applause for that. It's an okay little bit of banter. That's not bad banter. But we do know that the football world is absolutely rattled right now with how well Man United are doing. It's true. It's absolutely true. It really, really is. What are we saying here? Where are we going? Mbappe signed for United last week, didn't you hear? Maybe on FIFA or something like that. A lot of comments in here saying fifth. Oh, fifth. Oh, fifth. Bro, that's cool, man. Just keep it coming. Keep it coming. That's what we want to hear. We want to see this. It's not bad banter. Not bad banter. There we go. But if Man United signed Jadon Sancho for £85 million, is it good business? That's what I want to hear from the fans on. We're not going to know the validity of these claims. We are, none of us are involved in the inner goings on here. None of us. No, by the way, no YouTuber on the planet who's like an independent, proper YouTuber, not like someone who is a journalist that works on a YouTube channel. No one knows what's going on. That's why we're here to talk about the validity of the story, partly, but also, would that be a good piece of business? That's what we're here to focus on. There's a comment here, super chat just came in from Cockney 10. He says, we need Sancho. We slipped up last night. Sancho could be that difference. Yeah, listen, last night was a prime example of, after we won those 4 games on the bounce, you had the media, the Man United even need Sancho because you got Greenwood. Yes. Strength in depth, strength from the bench, build. I mean, imagine last night, we're bringing on, I'm just throwing this out there, we're bringing on Sancho. Maybe Sancho didn't start this game because of rotation, but we're bringing on Sancho. We're bringing on Van der Beek. As an example, we're bringing on Grealish. That, for me, is the level of quality that I want Man United to aspire to have. So, of course, we still need to sign Jadon Sancho. Of course, we still need to sign him. And anyone that was pushing that, no, we don't need them. It's going to get him Greenwood's way. No, he's not. If Greenwood's going to be good enough, he's going to be good enough in spite of Sancho being there. If he isn't going to be good enough, it doesn't matter whether Sancho comes in or not. It does not matter. It does not matter. Let's do some more of these comments here. Stephen N. Oh, sorry. I clicked on the. Sometimes I got to click on a comment and then it moves because the new ones come through. Would be great business for 85 million. Would be a steal. Sancho is important for us now and the future. Having all 4 forwards would be amazing and scary. And I think that's the one element that rival fans are completely and utterly aware of. The fear factor. The fear factor. Because last 18 games has sent absolute, proper ricochets and vibrations through football. Oh, Man United back. Man United past the worst. Man United going to come back and with some vengeance. And then you see us linked to the likes of Sancho and it panics people. It's like Tottenham fans that are getting salty about Arsenal getting Thomas Partey. It's like people that, Chelsea, if you miss out on top 4, you're not going to get Havertz. Hush. That's weakness. Those clubs can sign big players without Champions League football because they're ginormous now. And I don't care for the Chelsea banter. Yeah, okay. They were formed in 2003. Accept it. Own it. Whatever. That doesn't mean what's that? Players are still signing. Oh, yeah, you're not as historic as us. So what? Who's Kai Havertz going to? Tottenham? No. Where's Thomas Partey most likely to end up in the Premier League? Tottenham? Everton? No, Arsenal. Every team in the Premier League would like Thomas Partey. Maybe not Liverpool, everybody else. If Arsenal get him, boom. Arsenal fans happy. You don't have to congratulate them, but drop the salt, man. All this nonsense people chat about, you can't sign him for this. Of course they can sign him. History proves this. Cockney 10 here says, credit to Martial, though. He was awesome. Yeah, Martial had a brilliant game again last night. 110%. Excellent performance from him. I thought Rashford was pretty good last night. I was impressed. Harry Maguire, another seamless game from him. And what I've loved today is seeing this like crazy criticism of Maguire. People saying, I saw one guy say, but if he would have been 3 yards further forward, then this is how crazy it is, right? So I need to find the tweets. And this just shows you how people are out to get him. And I love it. I genuinely love it. So I put out a tweet and I said the most amazing criticism. I'll show you the tweet in a minute. But one thing here said, one comment said, Maguire made a big mistake. If he steps back 3 yards, he heads that ball away. He was going towards his own teammate, no Southampton player there, and he was left. They were left 1-on-1 at the back post. Fine. There's another comment from a rival fan who said that he should have stood his ground. So, okay, some guy saying he should go back 3 yards, another person saying he should have stood his ground, and another individual here says he should have attacked the space and ball and won it in the air. That's how you know it's nonsense criticism. from fans. Forget what pundits have got to say for a minute. One person said he should have stayed where he was. One person said he should have gone back 3 yards. Another person said he should have gone forward 3 yards. And it's all nonsense. He stayed where he was. He made a movement to go forward, and you didn't see him jump because he realized the ball wasn't going to come to him. Right? How often in a box, how often from corners do teams score? I read a stat, it might be like 1 in every 20 corners teams score from. And how often is there a mistake from a teammate? Even rarer. So you might find 1 in 40 free kicks, the ball will ricochet or off your own defender, or your defender misses an easy clearance and the ball falls to an opponent and they score like last night. If every time a corner came in, Maguire pushed himself into the wrong position in case the 1 in 40 opportunity happened, Maguire would be out of position so often we concede from more corners. Logical thought. It's just brilliant. I was reading everybody's comments. I'm sitting there and I'm like, that don't make sense. So what people want Maguire to do is leave his position or leave his man in anticipation for one of his teammates making a mistake so he can cover them. But when you look at errors leading to goals or even mistakes defensively that lead to goals, they're few and far between. So he would be then leaving a big hole in space where he should be in case the 1 in 40, 1 in 50, 1 in 60 chance of a teammate making a mistake happens and he's there to clear it. Can anybody see the problem with that logic? I love this game. It just don't make any sense. It just don't make any sense. It's a good bit of banter. Like, in fairness, it makes a good bit of banter. He was marking his own player. But it's stupid. Because I'm telling you now, right? This is what I love. It's good banter. It is. I'm talking about people that, when you banter it, the guy that put the tweet out saying, like, he's marking his own player, I laughed. I thought it was funny. It's when people take the banter seriously and they start actually critiquing a man with it. It's like, bro, watch most corners that teams concede from. You will always see a couple of players from the same team almost like marking each other, standing next to each other. It's just normal. Someone's bantering. But it's the man that took it seriously, bruv. Proper seriously. Like, oh my God, you're such a bad defender. He's so bad. He's marking. Why is he marking? Oh my God. I love it, mate. I love this game. It made me laugh. Oh, it's brilliant. We've got a new member in the house here. Welcome to the Football Terrace as a member. That is Lee. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for signing up, bro. I mean it. I'm loving the Bald Head Federation. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much for signing up, bro. But yeah, like I say, it's just amazing. It's just and that's what we've got to look at. How you look at these things is people are actually critiquing a player over a banter tweet that was put out. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm looking at it, right? And it doesn't even matter if he's 3 yards back. Being 3 yards back, let's get the picture up, right? I've got a little picture here. I want to show you this. I want to show it because I just love this stuff, right? Again, banter's good, but taking it seriously is a madness. Look at this here. If he was 3 yards back in this position, it still wouldn't have mattered. Do you know why it wouldn't have mattered? Because the ball ended up here. If he was 3 yards further back, he wouldn't have been in this position to stop it. If Lindelof is the right side of the player, it's offside. Also, if Maguire is in this area, he's playing the guy onside, and maybe the ball hits Maguire and goes in. Imagine it hits Maguire and goes in. Everyone's like, oh, he's standing in the wrong place. He should have stuck to his position. Maguire is in the center. If the ball is slightly deeper, and imagine this. Imagine Maguire sits 3 yards further back where my arrow is now, right? But then the ball goes where Maguire is and not where Matic was. And number 5 there, I think Stevens heads it in. Can you imagine the meltdown? It's amazing. Listen, this is your Man United fans. Take the banter. Accept it. It's genuine. It's funny. It's genuinely a funny headline. But it's the actual criticism I'm seeing people give him off the back of a joke, bruv. Off the back of a joke. Do you get what I mean? It's like the police arresting somebody based on a joke a comedian tells. It's a joke. It's not real. Satire. Michael here says, Chelsea fan here. I can't wait for next season. We play great football. We are getting players we need, and with City and United and Liverpool, it's going to be sick. And I agree with you, bro. It's going to be. I think it's going to be an amazing season next year. Not that this season isn't good. It's going to be amazing though. Terry, what about the Greenwood tackle? Yeah, bro. Listen, on that last night, I agree that the tackle wasn't great. Let's be blunt. The tackle wasn't great. Should have been a red card. I tweeted about it. But that wasn't a turning point in the game. And you can argue if we play a whole second half against 10 men, maybe it would be easier for us. Maybe we would have won. Yes. But we still had chances. And if we took our opportunities, and if Lindelof and Matic at the end there defend a little bit better, we still win. So for me, I'm not going to be weak, and I'm not going to focus on a mistake from the referee in VAR, because that's not what I do. And I'm going to focus on my own team's misgivings and congratulate Southampton for playing very, very well overall. And like I say, for me, said it before and I'll say it again, when it comes to like the criticism of the Maguires of this world or anybody else, I'll always criticize real mistakes. But anybody that's put in last night's conceded, it's funny, really, that the fake Man United fans and the rivals haven't actually blamed Lindelof and Pogba. It's been more De Gea and Maguire that have been blamed for last night, which I find absolutely astonishing. Astonishing. Because no one on our channel blamed those guys. Actually, Flawless kind of blamed De Gea a bit. But other than that, nobody else did. Because we're all good, proper, quality United fans. And we all still it as it is. But there we go. There we go. Another super chat is from Kieran, who says, which Man United fans are worried if you don't get top four? Kieran, worried about what? What, like, you have to explain what we'd be worried about. By the way, I would be very disappointed if we don't make the top four. I was very disappointed last night, but I want to know how we don't get it. By the way, you know, if we're outplayed on the last day of the season by Leicester, but we still play well ourselves, I'll be fine. You know, by the way, we might not make top four, but we've still got an opportunity in the Europa League. Let's be very mindful of that. Our season doesn't end in 2 weeks like everybody else's. Now, we're still in Europe. Both Manchester clubs are still in Europe. So for me, I'm not going to be overtly disappointed. Terry, where's your evidence that everyone is scared of United? Twisted, my evidence is anecdotal. My evidence is just last night's reaction to us dropping some points. Madness. The reaction to Bruno winning Player of the Month twice. It's my reaction to Martial scoring goals. My reaction to any little mistake we make. It's overanalyzed and overcriticized. And that's fine. It's beautiful, brother. It's beautiful. Hated, adored, but certainly never, ever ignored. It's as simple as that. What did Maguire do? Maguire was in exactly the right position, waiting for the ball to come down. Do you know the reason why he's pushing AWB, right? He's pushing AWB because he's hoping that ball is too high for Bednarek to get his head on and he can clear it. He's basically saying, I'm going to take command of this situation if though the ball comes to my area of the pitch. Do you get what I mean? That's all it is. That's all it is. But in terms of what he did is what I would say. Let's do some more of these comments here. This is a great one. It says, Sancho's level of consistency at his age is remarkable. I love watching him play. He is a player that any would pay good money to watch. A Liverpool supporter, but Sancho is worth every penny. And you know, I appreciate you saying that, bro, because I think you're absolutely right. He genuinely is worth every single penny that we would be prepared to pay him, in my very humble opinion. Another super chat here. Thank you, Kieran. Says, it was a leading question exactly. Sorry, it was a leading question exactly for that, Terry. No matter what happens, you get a second chance in August. The amount of United fans I've seen seem to have forgotten that. Yeah, I get that, bro. Listen, from my point of view, I'm fearful about us not playing well. If we're playing good football, which we did in patches last night as well, and we have done consistently for 18 games now, if we play good football, we will develop opportunities to win football matches and progress. If we continue in this trajectory and buy the right players in the summer, Man United will have, in my opinion, at least 20 additional points at this stage next year in terms of games played. We'll find ourselves in the high 70s, low 80s if we continue in that reign. And listen, that may not be enough to challenge for a title. It depends if there's a drop off from the Liverpools and Man Cities. But I think it'll be enough to propel us into top 4. And then you build that base. So when we go into the 21-22 season, that's when I think, right now, this is the time for us to focus, push forward, and go out there and try and cement ourselves at the very highest level. Do me a big favor, 1,000 of you tuning in, which is amazing. Hit that like button, please, right now. Let's get this stream to over 1,000 likes. It'd be amazing if you could help us get that done. Terry, tell us your point of view. Why do you think Sancho will not end up like other talents here at United, namely Sanchez, Di Maria? I think one big thing that points out, it's want. The want to actually be here. For me, Alexis Sanchez opted for us because we paid him a lot more money than City. That isn't the kind of player you need. That isn't the attitude that you want. Di Maria didn't ever want to come to Man United. He's been quite vocal about that. He wanted to leave Real Madrid. We offered the most money as a fee. We offered the most salary. So I think he reluctantly took the opportunity and came. And I think that plays a massive, massive part. Sancho wants Manchester United. He wants to be here. He is making a concerted effort to get himself here. That's the fundamental difference. AWB wanted to be here, been brilliant. Maguire wanted to be here, he's been brilliant. Bruno only wanted to come here, he's been brilliant. And when you have players that truly want to sign for your club, I think they deliver for you in a very different way. However, for him to now make it from being a very talented youngster to being an established star for the next 10 years, hard work, hard work, hard work. And when he thinks the hard work is done, he's got to dig down and work even harder again. That is the only way that he pushes himself forward. Hard work, hard work, hard. Talent is never, ever, ever enough. Not today, not next week, not next month. It never, ever will be. Let's do a few more comments here. Thank you very much for hitting that like button. I really do appreciate it. I'm just trying to read a few comments here. Great show, Terry. Ollie's tactics are responsible for that at the end. He played Matic and Fred in a back 4 with Williams went out. There's no need for that bad situation to worse. Yeah, Ollie certainly made some mistakes towards the end of that game. I'm not going to deny that. I think some of his substitutions were wrong with hindsight. I actually think he made, like, for instance, pulling Pogba and Bruno off, I respect, because we've got a lot of games coming up. And I think you always have to try and balance that when you're making these very difficult decisions at the highest level of the game. So I'm not overly concerned about timing of the subs. I think Agallo should have come on earlier because it sends a message that we're still going to try and score. I felt we made subs that were quite negative, and I think that encouraged our opponents. But we considered from a corner. So the defensive, the formation setup didn't really cause the problems. It was that we probably became a little bit too deep, and that should have been something weird. But we learned from that, and it's the point. We're still a work, even though I think we're back in the sense of being highly competitive again and playing good football. We're still a work in progress. You know, Liverpool, after that Van Dijk signing, turned into the brilliant team. That's when you started to see this brilliant team. Still inconsistent, still lost games. That remained that last 6 months. And as it went into the following season with the right signings, it clicked again. They just got even better. And you will see Man United next year from this year season with the right signings this summer. We will then click into gear. So it's a work in progress, even though I'm telling you, we're back. Do I think Ollie is a proactive or reactive manager? It depends on the circumstance, but he is proactive. The opening 15 minutes yesterday, we did concede by a mistake, but we were being pressed too much in the middle. So Ollie clearly instructed the team to stop passing through the center and to go out to wide positions first. That way, when we started passing out wide, we were able to circumvent the middle press, and it led to 2 very quick goals. That then made Southampton change and become a lot less aggressive towards Manchester United, and they sat back more. It was then hard to break them down, although we made other opportunities. That's a progressive, a proactive move as opposed to a reaction. I suppose, but then you can argue it's reactionary because it was the press that made him make the change. So it's proactive at the same, because it's like, okay, how can I make them change? But it's always an element of, I think there's an element of proactivity and reactiveness to every decision you make. Because if you're dominating a game, you don't need to be proactive. You just keep doing what you're doing. It's for the opponents to make a change. And sometimes you'll see them make a change and you'll make one literally within a minute or two to circumvent it. That's proactive, in my opinion. You're not wait in my view. So yeah, I think there's an element of both, and I think you need both elements to your thought process when making decisions. But that's a very good question. And equally, if you go and watch a video that Devil in the Details put out today, our second goal yesterday was almost identical to our first goal against Southampton early on in the season, which demonstrates a style and pattern of play. For anyone that wants to deny that it doesn't exist, it's as clear as my bald head, mate. It's as clear as my bald head. We had another super chat that I missed. I'm going to go back to it now. It's somewhere here. There we go, from Azar, who says, I'm following you. You follow the sun. No, that's not true. I don't follow the sun. This story was from the Evening Standard, Bleacher Report, and one German publication whose name I can't pronounce. It's about that long. So no, it's not from the Sun. Well done you, bro. Well done you. I already said at the start of the video where the story was from. There. Terry, United are not scary. Cool. I mean, that's from the money monkey. I think we are scary. That's my opinion. We're all allowed to have a difference of opinion. My view is we are scary. I believe that. And if you want to say we're not, cool. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool. I saw a comment from my guy a minute ago. Where's it gone? I'll find him in a second. Where's my guy? Where is my guy? There he is. KJ, he says, I think that the Gea thing was about pass selection. He had other passes on that he could have made. Yeah, I get that. But I still think it's Pogba's mistake. I still think it's Paul Pogba's mistake. I still think it's Paul Pogba's error. I still think Paul Pogba should be making the right decision. You know, if he looks over his shoulder and sees where the man is, he can make the right touch. Paul Pogba wasn't aware of his surroundings. You could argue that every pass is a bad pass if it leads to possession being lost. And I get in your own half, it's more dangerous. But Paul Pogba should be looking up and seeing who's around him. Paul Pogba took that touch onto the inside because he didn't know anybody was behind him. You could argue that maybe somebody should have shouted man on. Yeah. But for me, the error was Paul Pogba's. I think we talk about being a progressive team that plays out from the back, then those passes have to happen. And if you get caught on the ball, you got to take that L. It's as simple as that. It's as simple and it's as straightforward as that. Sorry, I'm just reading something for a second here. Sorry. Terry, is Pogba playing too defensively? No, he's playing in the double pivot position that he plays for France. It's as simple as that. There we go. Listen, everyone who's tuned in today, thank you very much. As always, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the retweet button, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. We're not doing a watch along tonight. I've got some business to take care of. I'll be going live after the Chelsea game, so I'll see you all then. See you soon. Oh, wrong button. I clicked on the wrong button to end the stream. See you all later. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.